Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and today I'm going to start a start to finish series on a idea book. So I'm going to start from scratch, create my own journal for it. I wanted to do an idea book because I've been doing the 1 through 100 challenge, and I have since I'm so brand new to this junk journaling idea, I've learning all this stuff as I go. So I want to be able to have an idea book to show all the things that I've done for the 1 through 100. So like I had my hidden pockets that I want to get onto a page somewhere. So put that somewhere, and then attach that to a page. So at some point, show one of my tags that I just did. Show that, fold over, that's washi. So yeah, so I want to find a home to put at least a sample of everything as I build up my ephemera to start making some more journals for myself. So I thought this would be a good start since I've never made a journal from scratch with a hardcover book. And since it's going to be for me, I can make mistakes, which I'm sure I will. So we'll get these out of the way. I'm not sure how many videos this is going to take since I've never made one. I'll try not to keep it long, cut them off at some point. So if you want to see this from the beginning to the end, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that you get notifications when future videos come. So, all right, so I have a few books that I've taken the guts out for journaling, and I'm going to go through. This one I thought was way too small. I might make this into a little tag, one of those tag journals where they put the clear things in, or I've got stamps. I might make for that because it's be cute for stamps, I think. This one I thought might be a little too small too. It is only, it is just shy of 9 inches, and I was really hoping to use these in here, the 8.5 by 11s, and I think it would work. But I thought, well, let's see. So that's a contender. This is the same thing. It's shy. This is only 8-ish. So I would probably have to, I'd probably have to cut some of those pages down. So I thought, oh, we'll save that for something else. This one, very close too. I think I might save this for an actual journal though, because I really like that cover with the mushrooms, maybe a nature journal, things like that. And then I finally landed on, I think I'm going to use this one because it is big enough to hold some of my other papers that I have. Like I got big atlas pages that are much bigger than the 8.5 by 11s, and so I won't have to cut those down. I was thinking this would be a good size to do. And I love that bee paper on the inside. So this is the book that I landed on. We'll get these out of the way. I have, like I said, tore the guts out of these already, so that I won't do for you. I have also created, I'm going to make it wider. I've decided to do 3 signatures in there because 100-day challenge, roughly 100 items. I'm going to need quite a few pages, and I don't want it to be small at the beginning and huge at the end. So I'm hoping that this will be big enough for it. I did cut the board. I do have a laser cutter that I do use in my Etsy business. So I was able to cut the boards with it, nice and easy because they're thicker, and I was able to line up the holes for that, so I won't have to, when I go, because I'm going to do a hidden spine on that, this book, so I won't have to poke the holes in there, and when I finally get around to doing my signatures, I'll just be able to line this up and put the mark and poke it on through. So I'm hoping that will help. Now the only thing is I did make it the same size as the spine, and I think I might have made a mistake there, not on the width, but I'm thinking I made a mistake on the height because it's a little short here. So I'll probably end up centering it and maybe wrapping around the fabric or something just to make it bigger. But again, my book, so if that's a mistake I made, then we'll be okay. I guess I could cut another spine, but we're gonna just decide to go for it. So I am going to cut this apart and get rid of the spine. I'm guessing I want to do it there. I hope that's right. Okay, well, it's done. And we'll cut that side. Almost. Okay, one spine. Done. Get that out of the way. Okay. Yikes. Here we go. Okay. So, what I've seen is they put this, line this up on the bottom here. And we know it's straight. And they've put about like 1/8 of an inch between the spine and that, so that the book will end up closing and folding. I have pre-cut. I found I have tie-back envelopes. They're priority mail envelopes. So I've cut one of those apart to be the length that I need, and I think I might have made it a little too not as wide as it should be. I need to make it wider, so we're going to cut that really quick, and it looks like it needs to be probably need, well, if I do 4 inches, 3 3/4. 3 3/4 should work. All right, let's get the big old cutter out. This shouldn't take long. 3 3/4. And then let's get rid of the end. And then we want it, was it 9 1/2? 9 1/2, okay. All right, 9 1/2. See, mistakes will be made, but this is how we all learn. Okay, now that I've moved this to death, let's get it back in order. Oh my goodness gracious. Stay. Stay. Yeah, that'll definitely work better. Okay. All right, got my big old industrial Fabri-Tac size out instead of my little squeezy bottle, because I figured this is gonna take a bit of glue, so. All right. Make sure I get to the ends. And concentrate. I knew there's a reason why I don't use this big bottle, squeezing it. Oh, hurts the fingers. Okay. All right, let's see if okay. Here goes nothing, as they say. Okay. All right, so seems like that'll work. Not too crooked. A little bit crooked, but not too crooked. Fabri-Tac is nice because it does give you a minute to be able to. Okay. Whew. All right. Okay, So let's get some, maybe I'll throw the glue. That's probably not a good idea. Let's throw the glue on here. Nerve-wracking doing this the first time. Well, there's a lot of people out there that do this, like, you know, once a week. But I guess if you get used to it, maybe someday I'll be like blindfolded doing this, but first time, a little bit nerve-wracking. I can tell that book was a little out of line, but okay. Spread the glue out. Okay. Oh my goodness, I think I did it. Oops, not stuck down. Let's let that dry for just a few more minutes. Okay, a little uneven there, but when I put the fabric, I'm going to make the fabric a little longer to wrap around to cover the edges. So glue stuck out a little bit, rub that off. Tuck that in there. Nice little book seam. Well, I'm quite excited. I think this is working. Okay. And as we go along with this, if you see stuff that you have some helpful hints on of things I should have done a little differently, things that you do, I am all up for anything helpful to get this newbie going in the right direction. So, okay. I put the cover on backwards? I did. No. How could I put that on upside down? It only goes in one way. I guess the bees are up and down. I guess there is no way. Okay, we're good. Okay, just panicking a little. So, okay. So the fabric I chose is, I didn't have too much fabric in the house, but I had this and I probably did not cut it wide enough because I had that picked for the strip. It's just short, so I'm gonna have to get some more fabric for that, I think. I picked it because it had some orange in there. I guess pre-cutting was not the best idea. I was trying to save a little bit of time. Okay. All right, we'll pause the video here. I will go grab that fabric and I'll be right back with larger pieces. Okay, I am back. So I was able to cut some more fabric and I made it wide enough this time. So live and learn, create your backing, do step by step, but I was trying to save a little time for the video. So as I was saying before, I realized it was too small. I chose this fabric not only because it had a bit of orange in there to tie with the cover, but I just thought this was a fun print color. The pages inside are going to be eclectic, different styles, different colors. So it wasn't going to be one straightforward, this is a nature journal or this is a holiday journal. It's going to be contain just any myriad of things. So this is why I chose this fabric. All right, so we'll glue that down. And we'll start with here. We'll glue it down. And I am planning to wrap it around a little to hopefully hide the fact that the binding, or the book covers, the front and back, are not quite lined up properly. Okay. All right, so the orange to the front. Fold it over a little, get open. Decided to fold over, of course. All right, so if the edges aren't down, I can go back and throw a little bit of glue in there after I realize if it's not stuck down. This is gonna drive me nuts, fold it over. Okay, not perfect, but it will do. Yeah, do. Okay. All right, so we'll just throw a little bit of Fabri-Tac on this end here, fold it up, just so it's has a little bit more finished edge on the outside. Okay, let that dry for a minute. We'll do the same on this side. Okay, oh, it's a little short. Hopefully this will grab. And it's okay if it's a little gluey because it's going to get covered on the inside. Just want it to stay down. Okay, gluey fingers. Okay. All right, so I think I'll shorten this a bit so that it does go just on the top. Take off a bit of this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's load her down with some glue. Okay. Try to line it up as even as possible. Now I notice this fabric does have a little bit of a stretch from side to side, but I thought that might not be so bad when the book opens and closes. It seems to me that the Tyvek is really what's giving it strength, and this fabric, well, glued down will hold it together too, but I don't think it really is as much for the strength as it is to cover the ugly Tyvek. Now let's use the little bottle. Oops. A little bit up here. I think we're almost done. Quite exciting. And a little bit of glue right there. And I probably could find some trim or ribbon to put on there. I'm not a really lacy kind of girl, so I am not sure what I'm gonna do yet. If I'm gonna bother to cover it since it's mine, or I mean, it's not too bad. It's a little crooked, but yeah, that should hold a lot of good stuff, huh? Okay. All right, so for my first ever book cover, I give myself a B. Get it? A B. Now, mistakes were made. I cut the Tyvek too small because I forgot to accommodate for the board needing to be spread out for it. I then cut, because I cut the Tyvek too small, I cut the fabric too small. So what do they say? Measure twice, cut once kind of deal. Was probably a good thing. So now the only other issue I have is now that the hidden spine I have, when I go to glue that in, is that gonna fit? Oh, it is. Oh, goody, goody, goody. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Oh, I love it. Okay. Oh, that makes me quite excited. So I guess the next step is gonna be to go through and figure out the papers for my 3 signatures. And how I want to get them in there, and to sew them in. I recently acquired my bookbinding kit, so I'm excited about that. I'll be able to do that. I had for the first one I did, I had this big old awl, and it put way too big of a hole in the back binder that made the, and I didn't have waxed thread, so it ripped the paper a little bit, so definitely live and learn. So I'm confident that this nice and smaller one with the wax thread is going to work good. And I checked one of the needles, and it fits perfectly in this hole with the thread. So I think we're going to have a real winner here when we get to this point and ready to sew this in. So, all right, so I'm going to have to let this dry. I think I'll stop the video here. So again, if you want to see how this continues, getting the signatures, getting it sewn together, don't forget to subscribe and like, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. So have a wonderful and creative day today. Thanks for stopping by.